Thank you, sir. I would like to welcome everybody to the Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026 meeting of the Board of Selectmen for the town of Newton. If we could all rise to pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's go.
So present this evening is Mr. Guide, Mr. Simone, myself, and Mike Conley is on
Medical.
the screen. Citizens input for anything that's on the agenda. I don't see any citizens here or up on the screen, so we will move on to administration. Chief, would you care to grace us with your presence?
Good evening, Board.
Evening.
Evening, Chief.
I happen to notice it looks like the EMD director from the Caribbean.
I'm keeping an eye on you.
Trish McCarthy is also on Zoom.
I'll do the monthly report just quick. For January, there was 26 calls that the fire department was dispatched. They included 4 building fires, 44 EMS, including motor vehicle accidents, 2 public assists, 1 CO alarm, 2 smoke scares, 3 unintentional alarms, 1 severe weather standby, 5 special incidents. And just to run down quick, on the 4th, Newton Engine Utility 1 assisted Kingston Fire with their structure fire. On the 6th, Kingston and East Kingston assisted Newton with the reported building fire on North Main Street. On the 9th, Plastow ALS assisted Rescue 2 with their paramedic service for a transport from North Main Street. On the 16th, Newton Rescue 2 was requested to the town of Merrimack, Mass. For medical transport. On the 17th, Kingston Fire assisted Newton with an MVA on Bear Hill Road. On the 18th, Kingston assisted Newton with an MVA on North Main and Maple. On the 25th, Plastow ALS was requested to assist Newton with a transport from South Main Street. I'm sorry, that was Plastow EMS, the ambulance. On the 21st, they're a little backwards there, I apologize. Plastow ALS was requested to assist Rescue 2 with paramedic service for a medical transport from Heath Street. On the 22nd, Tank 5 was requested to assist Atkinson Fire with their structure fire. On the 23rd, Newton Rescue 2 was requested to the town of Plastow for a medical transport. On the 28th, area mutual aid, the surrounding departments were requested to assist Newton with a reported building fire on Quaker Lane that ended up being a smoke scare.
Quaker Street.
On the 29th, all the surrounding departments were once again called to assist Newton with a reported structure fire on Country Pond Road. On the 30th, Plastow ALS was requested to assist Rescue 2 with the paramedics for a transport from Packer Meadow Drive. And also, EMT Brian Parker is now a nationally recognized certified firefighter 1 and 2. So he is switched from being an EMT to a firefighter EMT.
Very good. Congratulations, Mr. Parker.
On the EMS calls, how much are they up over last year at the same time?
We are using the state, the country is using a new fire program. The state implemented it January 1st. We didn't run. We had to do all this till they get it up and running 100% manually. If I had to guess, I can tell you for the month, the entire month, 62 calls is more than what we did last year.
Yeah, that's what I
I had to
assumed.
guess, the average is in the 50s.
Yeah, okay, very good. Excellent, good.
All right, well, while you're up there, would you like to talk to us about what you need approved?
Correct. That should be the purchase order.
Yep.
Uh,
Is-
The way the department stores its narcotics, we have a 4-digit code, little key box, master key box. The medics are the only ones that are supposed to have that combo. Unfortunately, pretty much everybody has the combo, and there is an issue with, thank you.
Yeah.
There's an issue with it being found a lot, you could say. What this is going to do is, this is basically a narcotic safe. Each paramedic, and only the paramedics, with the exception of the chief and the admin, will have a PIN code and biometric. So we will know who opens it, who closes it, when it's open. It has date and time stamp all the way down. We cannot keep it the way it is on the 2 ambulances now. It's.
Yep.
just cannot be
Understandable.
done.
So there's 2 of them on here, and one's for each ambulance?
Correct.
Okay. Are they installing it, or are we installing it?
We can install. The only one that we might have to have someone install, the new ambulance with the compartment where it's going into has 110, 12 volts and USB. The power for it is 12 volt. The old ambulance, we might have to have someone run a 12 volt power supply into the cabinet that it's going to go into.
Okay.
But,
I'm sure you have people to do that.
correct, we'll be doing all the programming,
Yeah.
issuing the pins
Okay.
to the medics.
Okay.
So with that all said and done, make a motion to purchase, for purchase order 26-001 made payable to MediSafe Company for medical equipment in the amount of $4,789. Funds to be paid out of the Fire and Rescue Ambulance Program ending in 4396.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Dan. Dan?
We have to take a roll call vote?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you gotta take a roll.
Yep.
Yep, Dan.
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Mike?
Mike,
Say it again?
can read his lips.
Robin probably has him muted.
No, he unmutes himself.
Did you unmute Mike? Mike's an aye, and I'm an aye. That's unanimous.
Okay.
Thank you, board.
You got one more?
One more, yeah.
That would be the step increase for Brian Parker. An EMT current rate is $20 an hour. A firefighter, certified firefighter 1 and 2, an EMT
No.
basic is $21.50.
Okay, so with that said, I authorize an hourly pay increase for firefighter Brian Parker from $20 to $21.50 based upon his firefighter 1 certification. Increase to take effect next pay period.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Dan. Dan?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And I am an aye. That's unanimous.
I thank the board, and I'm sure firefighter EMT Parker thanks the board.
Thanks, chief.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chief. And please pass along our congratulations to him.
Absolutely.
And our appreciation for his hard work. Next, we have the Alzheimer's Association. Every year, they put a bike ride through town, and per our rules and regulations, anybody that's going to do that needs to pull a permit with our police department to be able to do that. So they're requesting a permit to be able to have their fundraiser. Take it away, Joe.
I move to approve the peddler's permit to allow the ride to end Alzheimer's to use the town roads January 6th through the 26th.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Dan. Dan?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. That would be unanimous.
Chief, are they in touch with you for traffic safety and everything and whatnot?
They usually will call us and get details.
Okay, great, thank you.
Next is a policy review. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, righty. So the town of Newton apparently does not have a 91A policy. We had a form, and we kind of loosely followed New Hampshire guidelines, which is fine. But within those guidelines, we are able to not email 91A request forms, okay? But our policy, or lack thereof a policy, and the form that you would fill out would allow for us to email things. And the problem with that is, and Robin can probably attest to this, is you'll have big major companies ask us for massive amounts of data, and it's only for statistic farming. That's all it's for. So by eliminating the emailing out of it, which we're allowed to do through New Hampshire law, and making people come down and see it in person, it eliminates all of that.
Right.
So we don't have to do that
We
anymore.
don't have to, all that
Because when
labor.
somebody asks us for our 91A like that, you say, yep, it's $1 or 50 cents a page, you can come down and inspect it. They'll say, just email it to me, because that's what our
Right.
report says.
Sure.
But now, it's not an option anymore. They have to come down. So, this policy, I think it was emailed to you guys prior. There's a couple of minor, like, spelling stuff that needs to be changed, but other than that, I think this policy is pretty, solid. If you guys, the only thing that, if you wanted to change it, you could change it. There's a 50 cents charge per hard copy per page, and it's 50 cents per redaction, I think it is. Per page per redaction. I gotta try to find it.
So I would assume that it costs us more than 50 cents a page to do all
This
that.
is why it's on the thing to be talked about, so you guys can decide whether or not
H,
you want to,
H.
is it H?
I think so. So it says something about additional fee.
H.
The one?
That's it. No, I think it's in. But anyways,
Oh, you read K, about K?
K?
The other one? Something about a page.
but the point being is that we can, if you guys want to leave it at 50 cents, we can leave it at 50 cents. If you want to change it, we can change it. It's up to you guys.
Just as soon change it like $2 a page.
You want, I don't know if I would go $2 a page. What, Chief, what are you charging right now?
We went up to $1 a page.
Okay.
For all our reports and anything that we,
Okay.
So.
That's what I
so to
was
be-
When
gonna-
this is done, you can accept this
We can-
as
yeah.
your policy on 91A.
Yeah,
This has
so-
already been checked through legal and everything like that.
So,
That way,
yeah.
it's all the same. If you want to look at it before we accept it, and I can put it on next week's agenda, if you want to review it,
if the town lawyers looked it over, I'm pretty.
they already did, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with the dollar also.
And then do you have a form on your webpage?
We're in the process of redoing the web.
So if you have the same form we have, that's the problem. We're changing that as well.
You guys can fill that out.
Yep.
Have him step to the microphone.
He didn't say anything.
Okay.
He's reviewing. He said that if our legal team has already looked at it, he's fine with it.
Okay.
So do you guys want to change it to $1?
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Definitely.
$1.
All right,
Before Chief even
Yes.
said anything. Mike, you good with that?
I'm good.
Okay, so we'll change that to $1 per page, which isn't a big deal.
And we'll keep the redaction the way it is?
Yeah, because
Yes.
that's already at $1.
Yep.
Once I find it. So, and then on the report, there's, if you guys have the report in front of you,
Yep.
The second checkbox will be crossing out, I would like to electronic information emailed, that'll be crossed out. It'll be saved
Right.
on a US flash drive that I provide,
Because that will not,
because
right.
that's it. I would like hard copies mailed to me, that's crossed out completely,
Right.
because we're not gonna mail anything. So those are the 2 or 3 things, there's one more that I just crossed out the word email, that'll be updated on that. And then that's it, so.
Awesome.
I'll motion to accept the proposed 91A policy and request form.
I'll second that.
As accepted with the revisions.
With the revisions, yep.
All right, Dan made the motion, Joe seconded it. Dan,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and I'm an aye, that's unanimous.
Okay.
So we now have,
Yep. And we'll, I'll get with Robin and we'll update the form.
Okay.
And then the policy, we'll get the policy out on all the web pages that it needs to be out on. That way that's done and put to bed, so we don't have to do any more running around. like we
Very
were
good.
before. I think that's all I had on that, Bob.
yeah, no, that's good. I know, that was a big thing when, I know when the state was looking to revise it, and they wanted to do the word citizen, then that was like opening it up for anybody out of state to be able to request it.
And they still can, they
Right.
still can.
Exactly, but like what you said, is now it's limited to where they have to come in, because that's exactly what was taking place, was all these companies were just trying to get the information to feed into their databases. Especially, we had one company that requested the town, they wanted a copy of everything we had purchased over the past 2 years. And I looked at that request and laughed. And it was from like Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
They're just data farming, that's
Yeah,
all they're
and
doing.
I was like, that's not happening.
Yep.
So,
And it's not anything we would keep from our residents or somebody that was really asking, but they're just data farming. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
I think one of them was, they asked us for all of our payroll records. Like it was just a blanket thing like that. It wasn't any individual department or person. They just wanted all of our last 5 years of payroll records. And they were based out of like Tennessee. I'm like, that's a waste
Not
of
happening.
our time
Yeah.
to do.
and they don't really need to know
No,
that information.
nope.
So, that's good, we got that in place. Thank you for your hard work.
Yeah, no.
And now we're gonna move on to the consent agenda, Joe.
I move to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second?
Motion by Joe, seconded by Dan. Dan?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye. Mike?
Mike?
Aye.
And I'm an aye, that would be unanimous. So candidates' night's gonna be held here at Town Hall Thursday, February 19th, from 6 to 7:30. Make sure that you come. You got any questions for the people who are running for office? Because we have Dan and Joe are running for reelection. We have 2 other people, Lisa and Charlie are running also. We actually have 3 people running for the planning board, and there's only 2 openings. So we have a little bit of competition this year. So please come, get informed, so you can make a proper decision. With that, I will take a motion to go into non-public.
No.
Oh, yep, Trish. Go for it, hon. I told Robin, remind me for Trish.
Hopefully
Okay, thanks.
hers works.
Let me lower my hand here. So, just a couple of things, if I can lower my hand, there we go. The consent agenda on that manifest that you just approved, Robin, if you could send me a copy of my EOC, just so that I can add it to my spreadsheet, so that I can keep track of what's going on. The other thing is just a couple of little things. First of all, I know we just survived quite a bit of snow. I want to thank the highway department, the police department, the fire department, who worked tirelessly tirelessly multiple days to keep our town safe and our roads clear. But that being said, I'm going to remind people that anytime every year after November 11th, or unless a snowstorm happens earlier, we have a highway policy that nothing can be in our town right away. Our plows in our police department and the fire department, we had some issues during this last storm because people left their cars where they should not be. They should not be on town property. So please keep that in mind. Anytime after November 11th or prior to that, if we have snow, you gotta keep your personal property off the town right of way. And I hate to say how many feet that is because it changes, you know, roughly, it's like 3 feet of the end of the pavement. But please remember, there's nothing that we can do when we're dealing with this much snow and not knowing what's coming. The plows have to push back. So I wanted to say that it was the police, fire, and highway did an unbelievable job. Also, for those of you, millions of people in TV land, we have an alert system where I've been able to let you know if we've got road closures or building closures, especially when it's weather related. Please try to sign up. In addition to that, if you don't want to receive these alert messages, and it's always emergency stuff. I'm not going to call you and say, hey, do you want to come to a fundraiser or that type of thing? But if you're tired of receiving them, or if you're going to move out of town, which why would you leave? Newton? Please let me know. Please don't bother Robin or Mary Jo at Town Hall. Send me an email and I can take you off that system. I think it's, oh, and lastly, this is more for department heads. And Robin, I'm gonna kind of throw you under the bus. You don't even know this yet. But for the next 13 days, while I'm not near you guys, my email, my town email, my EMD email, I don't have access to it. So if somebody needs me, could you send an email to Robin and she can forward it to me, to my personal email. You department heads already have my personal email. Or you can call me, I'm still working, 978-360-4152. So I'll keep you guys informed, and I miss you all.
Thank you, Trish.
77-degree weather, but it's raining here. Thank you, guys.
Thank
There you go, Trish. Remember to enjoy yourself.
Bob, I got
All
one
right,
thing.
honey, thank you.
Bob, I got one thing. I got one thing. I have one thing also.
Do you?
Yes.
It's gonna cost you.
It's a buck.
Go ahead.
Yes, last night at the Recreation Commission meeting, we put together for school vacation on Wednesday, February 25th. We're going to have a function at the Game Time Bowling in Amesbury, where it consists of 1 hour of bowling, 30 minutes of arcade time, 2 slices of pizza and a bottle of water. The cost is going to be $10 per person. We can pay at the door, but you do need to contact rec director at newtonnh.net with your with your child name and age. And we need the information. Yes, we need the information by February 17th.
By February 17th?
Right. And parents definitely need to be there.
Yeah, this isn't a drop and run.
Yep. So with that said, move to enter into non-public session at RSA 91-A:3A compensation.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Dan. Dan,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Aye.
Thank you, audience, for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.